I'm getting here that there's somebody putting a lot of energy into creating more abundance for themselves, putting themselves in the right room, balancing their energy, being open and receptive, assessing their crowd, and calling back their energy from people who have taken from them in the past. But I'm seeing where this person is still having a hard time holding on to this state of mind that they're trying to cultivate in order to attract this abundance, okay? This could be associated with how you view money. This could be associated with the different wounds that you have within you that push money away from you. Or this could be just associated to a subconscious belief that you have about money that you're not aware that you have about money, okay? This doesn't necessarily mean that you can't attract, but I'm getting here that there's a small little tweak that you need to make in order for you to attract and to be able to sustain what you've already attracted. I'm not exactly sure how this relates to you, but I'm going to pull some more cards so that we can get in depth. So just stick around. What's up, y'all, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Belle, your Archimedes Oracle, and here I give messages every Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Sunday. These messages are not to convince you, but to help guide you through healing along your spiritual journey with patience and precision. So for the angels, we have the Angel of Mysteries, we have the Angel of Wisdom, we have the Angel of Submission, and we have the Angel of Annihilation. Okay, so immediately I'm getting here, right? If you've been actively attempting to attract more abundance and just bring in this state of being where you feel financially free, or you feel like you don't have to worry about money, I'm getting here with this Angel of Mysteries that there is a thought process that you have about money. Okay, I'm getting here when you think about money, the first thing that you think about is the things that you would resolve. Okay, and I'm getting here the divine saying, if you constantly think about money and say, okay, once I get this money, this is what I'm going to resolve, you're going to manifest situations where you're constantly resolving with the money that you obtain. Okay, I'm getting that specifically. I'm also getting here with this Angel of Wisdom, the divine, wanting you to use more of your wisdom when it comes to attracting this abundance. Stop going about attracting this abundance through things that you see on TV, not TV, but things that you see on the internet, okay? Looking for like get rich quick schemes, okay? The divine is getting through to me right now that there's a there's a long game that you're going to have to play with this, okay? Because when you attract it fast, you end up spending it fast, and it's a subconscious thing. It's not something that you can necessarily control, but it's like how they say the way you get it is the way you lose it. I'm getting here the divine saying, all right, we both know that you can go online, you can figure out ways to invest your money and stuff like that, but I'm getting here that the divine is placing something on your heart, on your intuition, for you to do that's going to make you money, but it's not going to make you money in a quick way. It's something that it's a method that you're thinking about attracting this abundance. It's like an idea that the divine has placed into your intuition about attracting this abundance. And it's not going to you're not going to get the results fast. It's going to take some time for you to see these results. But the divine is saying, once you put your energy towards basically like delayed gratification, you'll be able to sustain what you've obtained. Okay, with this Angel of Submission here, the divine is saying all the ways that I've been giving you to attract this abundance, you've been putting it to the wayside because you're going online, you're going on social media, you're going on the internet, and you're finding these ways to make this money. But I've been giving you ways to use your intuition, to use your creativity, and to use your natural born skills and abilities to attract this abundance. The divine with this Angel of Annihilation wants you to get rid of all these outside factors that's telling you how to create more abundance for yourself. All right, I'm getting here this energy of you having these subconscious thoughts about the proper way to obtain money. Let's go ahead and pull from our Star Tarot deck just to get a little bit more in depth when it comes to this Angel of Mysteries card. What's going on with this Angel of Mysteries? Okay, Ace of Pentacles off the rip. All right, it's like the divine is saying like nothing that you've ever wanted to obtain, nothing that you've ever wanted to manifest it has been too far out of your reach. All right, but it's just the way you're thinking about, what you're going to do when you obtain this money, which is stopping you from obtaining this money. Okay, I'm getting here the divine wanting you to shift your ideas about money, and say, okay, instead of saying when I make this money, I'm gonna pay this off and pay this off. You could say things like, when I make this money, I will have this money forever. When I make this money, I will invest this money wisely so that this money will grow. Okay. Instead of thinking about all the things you're gonna handle and everything, and you have no plans for the money outside of, the debt that you're gonna pay off. Okay. Then you continuously manifest situations of debt in order for you to, live out your manifestation. All right. Let's see what's up with this angel of wisdom. Let's get some clarification for this angel of wisdom. All right. So we have the Five of Swords. Yes. So it's like the divine wants you to use your pain. Like, the divine, to some certain extent, wants you to use your experiences. All right. The things that you've turned to in times of distress, in these Five of Swords situations where you were turning to things, like, for example, if you were a kid and you used to draw a lot. All right. And that's the way you relieved your stress, or you had like a toxic family dynamic growing up, and in order to escape, you drew, or you built Legos, or you would like make things, I don't know, like knit something that you did as a pastime to escape your reality, is something that you're actually really good at. And even though this situation is going to bring up a lot of like painful experiences for you, the divine needs you to work through those things in order to heal those things and turn that pain into money, to turn that pain into riches, into finances. Okay. So divine gave you a gift when you were going through a lot of like tumultuous situations, that is going to be what brings you in this abundance. Okay. Let's see what we can get here to clarify this left eye angel of submission. All right. So we have the Nine of Cups. Yes. So I'm also getting here like this energy of you feeling as if some sort of like, with this, of course, the Nine of Cups is obviously a positive card. Okay. I'm getting here like someone already manifesting the Nine of Cups, basically. Okay. You could have already manifested this Nine of Cups energy, but you're still seeking for this 10th cup, this 10 of cups, where you feel well rounded. 10 of cups is basically like, you have the house, you have the family, you have the children. Like, that's the 10 of cups. The 9 of cups is kind of just you attracting abundance for yourself and being self-sufficient. All right. But I'm getting here, the divine needs you to submit to this 9 of cups energy before you can. It's like you're longing for the 10 of cups, when you've already been gifted the Nine of Cups, when you've already been gifted this energy of like satisfaction and like self-reliance and stuff like that. The divine is looking for you to appreciate what it's already provided for you. It's almost like you're moving the goalposts for the divine. All right. There's this hunger. You know how when people say like people who are lustful, they are never satisfied. This is the energy I'm getting from this angel of submission, this Nine of Cups. The divine is saying that every time you're upgraded in your energy, and specifically right now when you're in this Nine of Cups, you always find some sort of lack in the situation, which is stopping you from gaining this 10 of Cups. It's like you have a hard time appreciating where you are in the moment. And it's like you don't understand that that's the way you manifest the next level, is by appreciating what you have in that moment specifically. All right. And allowing that moment to lead you through your intuition to the next level. All right. Let's see what we can get here for this angel of annihilation. All right. So we have the Knight of Pentacles. All right. Yeah. It's crazy, right? Because I'm getting here, right? It's like your energy doesn't match where you actually are. It's like you're in this Nine of Cups energy. All right. But you're showing up as a Knight of Pentacles because of your dissatisfaction. Because of the dissatisfaction for what you already have, you energetically show up as the Knight of Pentacles. Because you keep moving this goalpost, you're showing up as an energy that you aren't actually in. So it's almost like someone saying like, oh my gosh, I want to be a thousandaire. I want to have at least $100,000 in my bank account to feel satisfied. And then you get the $100,000. And then now all of a sudden you say, well, I'm not satisfied anymore. Even though you have the house that you wanted, even though you have the car that you wanted, all the material things that you've ever wanted, it's like you still show up in this Knight of Pentacles because you're more focused on, okay, well, I already have this, so I need to hurry up and gain more in order to show for more. It's like you're not able to appreciate your reflection. It's like you're not able to appreciate all the work that you've already done for yourself. So it's making you show up as a Knight of Pentacles as if you're in lack when you're really not. All right. This is that energy of you not being able to hold on to this abundance. Because when you show up as something, you attract that energy towards you, okay? Let's pull from my Fable deck, okay? See if we can get a little bit more in depth about what we need to do to balance our energy out a little bit more and stop like moving the goalposts for the divine. I'm getting this specifically of you just kind of like moving the goalposts when it comes to the divine. And it's not like the divine specifically wants to punish you, but the divine is trying to get rid of this energy that's surrounding you that comprises of the Knight of Pentacles. It's like with this angel of annihilation, it's like the divine is trying to remove this energy from around you, but you keep building it up. Every time you obtain something that you have always wanted, and then you lose interest in that thing, and you throw it to the wayside, and you don't appreciate the amount of energy you put in trying to manifest that, you end up for like even more showing up as this Knight of Pentacles, as this in this energy of lack. Okay, so it's just this energy surrounding you just not appreciating what you've already manifested for yourself. All right, so we have grace. Yes, this angel of mysteries, I'm getting here you being really hard on yourself about all the work that you've actually put into what you physically have right now, and not really focused on this energetic abundance that you need as well to attract more. Okay, I'm getting you needing to give yourself more grace, because you're not only moving the goalposts for the divine, but you're moving the goalposts for yourself as well. Okay, you're making yourself feel inadequate. You're making yourself feel like you need to keep doing more. All right, and it's going to be really hard for you to, tap into this Ace of Pentacles energy. All right, let's see what we can get here to clarify this Five of Swords and this Angel of Wisdom. This energy of you attracting, using your talents and abilities to attract this abundance. All right. We have positivity, yes. So it's like the divine wants you to turn your pain into positivity by using the skills that you've by using, like, okay, so when you were going through these situations that were really stressful, and in order to escape you picked up hobbies, the divine wants you to turn this pain into positivity, and using those skills and ability to attract more abundance towards yourself is turning the pain into positivity. You also end up uncovering a lot of wounds. Okay, so this could actually be a lot of work, okay, when it comes to this Angel of Wisdom and this Five of Swords with this positivity. It could be energetically heavy for you to do this. So like I was saying, all right, you're going through, for example, you're going through a stressful situation, you start knitting more. All right, so when you start knitting more and you go back to knitting in order to use your creativity to maybe sell pillows or blankets and stuff, when you start doing that act again, there's going to be, in the beginning, it's going to be actually kind of hard, because it's going to resurface a lot of those wounds, a lot of those traumatic situations that you use to escape. Okay, all those traumatic situations that you went through, that you used that act to escape, is going to bring up those old wounds. Even though it's going to be hard in the beginning, it's going to serve you a purpose, because it's going to give you the ability to heal those different aspects of yourself if you stick to it. If it becomes too heavy for you and you put it down and you don't want to do it anymore, this is where you end up going outside of yourself to find ways to attract this abundance when you already have the recipe, you already have the playbook. Okay, what's up with this Nine of Cups and this Angel of Submission? All right, so we have envy. Yes. Oh my gosh. So you know what's so crazy with this Nine of Cups coming out and being clarified by this envy card, right? I'm getting here a lot of people around you, all right, kind of projecting their inadequacies on you. It's like you're in this Nine of Cups energy, right? And because they haven't embodied this Nine of Cups energy, because they haven't attracted this energy for themselves, they look at you in envy and they come up with reasons for why you don't deserve what you have, all right? It's being projected onto you. It penetrates your aura because these could be people around you that you trust. These could be people around you that you think have your best interest at heart and they really don't, all right? When it penetrates your aura, when this envy penetrates your aura, it makes you feel as if you're not doing enough or you don't have enough, or you start focusing on what you haven't manifested rather than what you have manifested and what you have the capability of manifesting. Okay, so I'm getting here you submitting to your own energy, all right, and really assessing the people that you have around you and what they've obtained for themselves, how they have used their energy or their time productively or non-productively, is really going to give you insight on what you lack specifically when it comes to what you allow around you. Okay, so I'm getting here to really like pay attention to the people around you, and it's almost like being a millionaire and being friends with a bum. It's like there's nothing wrong with that, but at the same time, they're obviously gonna look at you in envy at some point. Even if they really care about you or you guys have a good relationship, they're gonna be envious and they're gonna pick, pick you apart and poke holes in who you are in their mind to make themselves feel more secure. Okay. What's up with this Knight of Pentacles and this Angel of Annihilation? This energy of you kind of like moving, once again, moving the goalposts with the divine. And because you can't appreciate what you have already attractive for yourself, you end up embodying this Knight of Pentacles. You kind of embodying this energy of being in lack just out of this dissatisfaction for what you've already obtained. Okay, we have growth. Yeah. So I'm getting here like with you just accepting what you have already manifested for yourself and growing emotionally is how you're gonna continue to attract more and actually embody this Ace of Pentacles energy, this Ten of Cups energy. Okay, I'm getting you just still needing to go a little bit deeper into your subconscious and really like figure out what's actually holding you back. Okay, what different situations in life is causing you to feel as if whenever you attract, it's not enough. All right, this is going to help you to grow energetically, okay, and fill in these auric potholes I'm getting here. Okay, I'm getting your abundance and your who you are at the core kind of like having holes in it and pouring out because of this state of this scarcity mindset or this lack mindset. All right, let's get an angel to help us with closeout, and then we're going to get an overall message. Okay, so we have the angel of visions. Okay, so you could be seeing yourself with more. This isn't you being unappreciative of what you already have, but I'm getting here the way you go about attracting more for yourself without judging yourself is the way you're going to actually be able to bring this in. All right, at the bottom of my favor deck, we have T, calm. All right, so I'm getting here that you could be a little bit overstimulated. All right, the everyday hustle and bustle, what you need to do to, be productive could be making you a little bit overstimulated. All right. I'm getting here, you kind of, because you are putting yourself in these bigger rooms, because you are making, creating opportunities for yourself by putting yourself around people who have more than you, is actually in a way it's kind of making you feel like you're not doing enough. But I'm getting here, you have to look at these people a little bit differently. Okay, you have to look at these people as, or it honestly could be like how these people treat you based on what you have, and then you end up feeling inadequate because of how they're treating you because they're more successful than you. All right, So I'm getting here just to find a sweet spot of who you have around you. All right. We have angels are here. You are safe, potent connection. All right. So there, like I was saying, there could be some sort of discomfort in your energy. All right. You could feel a little bit off. All right. You could be feeling judged right now by whoever you're putting yourself around to attract this next level in your life. The divine is saying to call back your energy. All right, even from the people that you don't feel like you need to call back your energy from. Don't just call back your energy from people who've done you wrong in the past. Call back your energy from everybody, because you don't know how people are pulling on your energy, how they present as one thing, but behind your back there's something different. So when you're calling your energy back, you need to call your energy back from everybody, good, bad, in between. You need to call back your energy from the person that honked at you because you didn't drive fast enough. You need to call back your energy from everyone. Okay, let's get some overall advice so we can close out. Okay, so we have crown chakra upgrade, divine connection, holy experiences, miraculous energy. All right, so I'm getting here like once you really like dive deep, all right, and turn your pain into positivity, give yourself more grace. Stop moving the goalposts for the divine. Stop moving the goalposts for yourself. Get rid of these people around you that are secretly envious of what you've attracted for yourself, the name that you've made for yourself, the abundance that you've called in for yourself. I'm getting here things happening very miraculously in your life. I'm getting you having some synchronicities that you can't even explain to anyone, because they would just think, oh, it's just a coincidence. Like you're overdoing it. I'm getting here you having these instances and these situations in your life where you can't even tell anybody else about this, because it's too connected to you in the relationship you have with the divine. Okay, let me pull one more card. All right, I'm feeling a little bit called to keep pulling from this deck. All right, so we have embraced by light, mission uncovered, don't give up. So whatever you're doing right now to attract this abundance, okay, whatever I'm getting here, whatever the divine has led you to do to attract this abundance, do not give up. I'm getting this kind of like light at the end of the tunnel energy. I'm getting this energy of you not realizing how much light you actually have around you, how strong you actually are spiritually, how much protection you have around you spiritually. I'm getting here you just not understanding how what you're working towards, how much of an impact it will have on your future. And how if you give up, you will never be able to see those results. Especially if you let the world tell you that what you're doing makes no sense. Or if you let the world tell you that what you're doing will not yield you any rewards. Okay. I'm getting this very personal relationship that you have with the divine is leading you and guiding you in the right direction, and not allowing other people's success stories, because you don't know if they're actually successful. They're just telling you the version that they want you to know. I'm getting here not allowing other people's success stories, their their roads to success, not trying to emulate what other people are doing to be successful. It's like if you stand steadfast in this connection that you have with the divine, if you stand steadfast in this guidance that you're being given through your intuition, you will attract this abundance and you will hold on to this abundance, because it will not be manifested in vain. I'm gonna go ahead and close this out, okay? If you like this message, go ahead and like, comment, share, and subscribe. Send this to somebody that needs to hear it, okay? Push these messages out to the algorithm. The other workers need to know that there's a place for them. If they don't know, it's because we didn't tell them, all right? If you're interested in personal readings, I'm going to be doing the personal readings. So I'm going to be doing the inquiries through email. I'm going to create an email. And then whenever you guys want a personal reading, you're going to have to send me an email. Like I said, personal readings will be available for purchase August 19th, 2026. Okay. I'm trying to figure out a way to fulfill my responsibilities on YouTube in order to put these messages out. And I'm also trying to find a way to fulfill my responsibilities outside of YouTube, because, I do have other stuff going on. I'm just trying to find a way to be able to do everything and not burn myself out. All right. So if you're interested in readings, they will be purchased through email coming up really soon. So just stick around for more details. And if you like this message, come back for the next one. Adios.